Traveling is made of finish that immobiles, uplift, dragging of or dragging and travel through water begging. One or more travels. A travel can be a small open boat with only 30 horsepower or large factory boat with 100 horsepower. Modern travelers are usually deck but the design of roofs. Their superstructure can be forward in the mind of the boat or as motorist lades. Electronic navigation and sonar systems are usually installed. Finished equipment varies in sophistication depending on the size of the boat and the technology used. Design factors of modern finished travel vary substantially, and many national maritime jurisdictions do not impose mandatory inspection standards on smaller commercial finished vessels. Tuna vessels are deep-sea fishing vessels. That is, they fish for tuna at distance of more than 16 miles for the coast using porcine fishing gear, and they freeze and store the catches in their refrigerated holds. There are two main characteristics that define a vessel of this type: its fishing capacity and its capacity to transport frozen fish. For the first, the tuna boat has on deck a large number of nets, gear and postage. The tuna boat is also equipped with two auxiliary boats of 6 and 5 meters in length. Under the deck are the processing plant with a capacity of the 115 tons per day and refrigerated tanks for the storage of fish.
A treadmill fish a vessel, equipment by style control system, flow astral rate, structure of fibre. They are the most common and the small used artisans in flinch or coastal areas. Fishing vessel, equipment, cranes, bands, buoys, a control system, floats, structure, light boats equipped with fuel engines, current, mine, and the fabric. It very special because and is fishing vessel that there is the equipped or to fish a lot.
Okay, I'm going to talking about heavy lift vessel. A heavy lift vessel is a vessel designed to move very large loads that cannot be handled by normal ships. The equipment: all well deck between a forward pilot house and a aft machinery space. Structure: long and low well deck between a front pilot house and a stern machinery space. Have a capacity of between 3,000 and 13,000 and 19,000 deadweight tonnage. Livestock transport vessels. A livestock carrier is a large ship using the export of sheep, cattle, and goats.
Cement chips. They are both with the reinforced concrete, that is concrete and steel or wood equipment, horizontal auger, vertical auger, cement tube, hover crash, vertical auger, discharge hopper, compressor, refrigeration pumps. Structure: longitudinal, large sleeve, knob of large superstructure. Ice vehicle vessel equipment. These include a trough system and row system and geotechnical equipment. A structure, a strong hold.
Hydrography ship. Equipment: multi-beam echo sounders, side scan sonar, sound speed sensor structure. Hydrography laboratories, live scan. Oceanography, Richard vessel. Equipment: rosette display, Niskin bubble, zoom bottom profile, structure. Oceanography laboratory, live scan.
A corvette is a small warship. It's traditionally the smallest class of vessel considered to be a proper warship. Corvettes have a displacement between 940 and 3,000 long tons. Destroyer is a fast, maneuverable, long-endurance warship intended to escort larger vessels in a fleet, convoy or battle group and defend them against smaller, powerful, short-range attackers.
A pilot vessel is also a service ship or service vessel because this is a vessel or a boat that is normally used or commonly used or always used by these maritime pilots to approach to the inbound or outbound vessels that are approaching or leaving harbor or the port. In order for us to understand better these actions, we have to go back to the ancient Greece, and if we see all the information, we can find that when on their ports they were getting new vessels, those captains used to contract experienced people or experienced fishermen that knew all the safely way to go into port so they can keep the vessel in a safely way. Marpole vessels were mainly designed to support the Marpole Agreement that was made back in 1978, and well, the main purpose of this would be to recover all the pollution that is on the ocean, on the water, of course. Basically, these vessels, they look like a general cargo vessel. They have their own trim equipments, also they have their own gears, for example. And I would say that their main deck is really empty because they must have a space so they can recover all this pollution, such as plastic, such as paper products, and stuff like that. Also, they have their own services equipment, such as they have their own rescue devices, such as lifeboat, also life jackets, also life buoy, and also fire extinguishers.